Hi, CP.
Hi, Mummy Bear.
We have another chit-chat.
We do. This is episode 64.
Yes, this one was preempted by a previous guest mentioning no names, Beverly Richmond. And so here we have Pat Havers. Pat Havers of Waterperry Gardens fame. And she was on Gardener's World 2025, episode 32, when she was showing Carol Klein around the beautiful long borders at Waterperry and specifically the asters, I think it was.
Yes, it was. It was a gorgeous season for them. They just kind of come into bloom and then it's such a flower power when you have swathes of them.
Really
borders.
Incredible, aren't they?
So yeah, it's quite amazing.
We keep threatening to fill our garden with them and then we never get round to it, do we?
No,
we really
do.
must get onto that. But episode 32, so of course that was the last one of that season before the winter specials kicked in. And now we're on to sporadic compilations because of all the various sport that's going on. Go sports.
Yeah, go sport, woohoo.
But we were really pleased that Pat could join us. A fascinating person. She has such
really
a wealth of knowledge in the world of horticulture. Yeah. And she's head gardener, of course, at Waterperry Gardens. And we got to find out how she got into that role. And actually, her history with Waterperry goes way, way, way back to when she was little and would be kind of plonked in a wheelbarrow amongst the weeds at Waterperry Gardens.
Yeah.
And then her trajectory into the role that she now has.
Yeah, exactly. And she has this proper kind of hand to earth experience of Waterperry. So she knows it better than anyone else because she has been kind of working there forever, but she's been learning on the job. And that we always say that that's such the best way of learning because you'll know everything so much better because it's not just textbook. It's very much practical.
It's very organic, as it were.
Yeah,
exactly. And she does give us some great tips. If you're a rose lover, then we get some really interesting tips on how to manage your roses.
Yep.
And we also hear a bit more about silent space, and that was how it came up with Adverley on Adverley's episode, because Waterperry Gardens is one of the silent spaces that exists currently. I think there are 3 of them, and I believe that's growing.
Yeah, I think it's one of the major ones, the main ones.
So we should set the scene. Pat was in the office at Waterperry.
Yeah.
And in the office with her is her colleague Alison.
Yes.
And Alison was assigned role of tech department, so she could get Pat all set up.
Oh, that's very funny.
Pat was even speaking on Alison's phone after a few tech problems with Pat's phone.
Yes.
So Alison does get involved a couple of times. She was pretty integral, I think, in understanding how to make Pat's favourite drink. Yes. You'll find out right at the very end what that's all about.
Yeah, exactly. It's quite fun because you just hear a bit of a background voice and then it's quite funny.
And the favourite drink came a bit left of field as well.
Yeah.
The first we've ever had on the show. As always, we've put links onto our website of anything that Pat has mentioned. So if you go to the gardens page on our website, which is notjustagarden.co.uk, you'll find all the recommendations or references that Pat makes there. And Pat, of course, is on the Rose Gallery on the Chit-Chats page.
Exactly.
But Sweet Pea, tell us the format.
So for Pat's Dream Garden, we had the garden boundary, shed or greenhouse, 5 ornamentals, 5 edibles, 1 statement tree, pond or pool plus 1 plant, and finally, favourite seating area, drink, and 1 plant for that area.
And if you want to get in touch with anything that we've talked about, if you've got any questions or any comments, then please do. You can contact us on the contacts page on notjustagarden.co.uk, or you can email us at notjustagarden@outlook.com.
Exactly.
So, Sweet Pea, shall we jump into this one?
Absolutely, let's go for it.
This is episode 64, a good old chit-chat with Pat Havers.
Off we go.
Welcome, Pat, to a good old chit-chat.
Hello, thank you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We saw you on Gardener's World right at the end of last year, 2025. And you had the wonderful Carol Klein coming and having a look at Waterperry Gardens with you. Specifically the asters, I seem to recall.
Yeah, mostly it was 3 borders. So it was the herbaceous border, the grass border, and what we call the alum bloom border. So there's a little bit of comparison of a high maintenance herbaceous border and the low maintenance of the grass border.
Right. Is that herbaceous border the one that's sort of 80 plus years old?
That's the one, yeah.
And I actually visited that one So I used to go to Art in Action when I was little.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
Waterperry
Loved Art
Gardens.
in Action. It was great, wasn't it?
Wasn't it just the
Loved
best
it.
thing?
Yeah.
Numerous times I went and we'd do all the classes, and then
Yeah.
I took Sweet Pea when I think we got
Yeah.
the very last one.
And did you do all the
Yeah.
classes there, the children's classes? They were
did
great.
all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
so fascinating.
My girls used to like those as well.
Oh, the best. And also the crepe stand.
Oh,
Yes.
that was fantastic.
Obviously the best one.
But yes, the most recent visit with Sweet Pea was a good few years ago, probably about 10 years ago. And that herbaceous border is magnificent, isn't it?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're very proud of it. Yeah, we are really proud of it.
So who was responsible for first creating it?
I think Beatrix was probably responsible. So she came here in 1932 and set up her college for women in
So this is
gardening.
Beatrix
Havergal, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she was kind of very innovative, as you say, of her time. A woman in a man's world in the 30s was pretty hard. So she used to have 2 years worth of students, and I think there's probably 12 or 14 in each year. And that would be part of their teaching, would be looking after the border. I think they all had a section of it each, and they would look after it. So we've got some fabulous photos of the border from those times. They're in black and white, but they're pretty amazing.
Fantastic. Has the border changed much since then?
It hasn't changed an awful lot. We keep to the tradition of the 3 seasons, the early, the mid and the late, and making sure that the early things flower and then there's something in front of them that hides them for later on in the year. So what you really don't want is any holes where plants have gone down in the border. So,
excuse my ignorance, you said 3 seasons, early, middle and
mid and late.
Mid and late.
So your early plants in that early season would be lupins, geraniums, alliums. Then it goes on to the mid, where you have your main focus plant is probably delphiniums and anything other mid flowering. And then you go into the late with the asters and the solidagos and the eupatoriums and things like that.
So that's spring, summer and autumn?
Yeah, spring, summer and autumn.
What happens in winter?
Well, as soon as it starts to die down, we leave it as long as possible. But because we have a lot of maintenance to do, we usually end up cutting it down just before Christmas. And then we're all ready now to start any maintenance on it. And because it's a huge border, we wouldn't have the time in the spring to cut it down and do all the alterations.
Right, so you cut it down now. So now we're recording this mid-January.
Yes, So it's been cut down just before Christmas.
So cut down just before Christmas, and then you just leave that. You mulch it?
We mulch it. Yeah, we've had to put chicken wire all around it because we've got badgers in the garden.
Right.
Which doesn't help. So
no.
What do they do to it?
Well, they dig it all up. They're very active at the moment. I mean, I've just been told this morning that they've dug up a load of snowdrops, and they're all on they're scratching about at night the whole time.
Right.
And that's fine as long as it's not on the ornamental borders. So we do what we can to stop them going onto any border that they can do a lot of damage on.
So you put up a barbed wire chicken wire fence?
A chicken wire fence, yeah. And then as soon as spring comes, we're ready to do any alterations. In fact, we peel it back and put it back religiously at night. And then when the plants get to a certain height, we take it off because we can't leave it on there the whole time.
No.
So we just have to take a chance and hope that
for the best.
Yeah.
Oh, badgers. Well, I think we have a similar problem. We
do
quite a lot of stuff dug up by this badger, which I've witnessed, and it takes no notice of me whatsoever.
Couldn't care less.
It really doesn't care that I'm there.
No.
Well, I think they're very active at night, aren't they? So and we're not around at night, so they've got the whole garden, 20 acres to play and do whatever they want to do.
Absolutely. Yes, 20 acres. So we saw those 3 borders with Carol. Yeah. What else do you have at Waterperry?
We've got a lovely river walk, which we're always, planting daffodils and snowdrops and things. So that's really nice. It's a small part of the River Tame, which goes into the River Thames.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a small arboretum quite a young one, probably 20 years. So we're forever planting trees.
Yeah.
And then we've got a canal pond. We've got which was a formal garden, which is now Silent Space. I don't know if you've ever heard of Silent Space organisation, where they're trying to get people to have a space in a garden where people can go in and switch their phones off, just sit in silence, and it's lovely.
Oh, lovely!
That's a good idea.
So it's called Silent Space. Is this? Yeah. Is that something Waterperry you've set up specifically for
No, we didn't set it up. It was set up by Liz Ware. I met her. She was writing for the English Garden, I think it was, and she said, "Would you be interested in this idea?" And we were like, "Well, yeah." So we were one of the first gardens that did it, and now she's kind of, I think she's worldwide with them now, but definitely a lot in this country.
Very cool.
So it's for all public gardens.
Yeah, anyone that, I think there's hospitals as well and all sorts of spaces. They're trying to get, a silent space in anywhere that's got a garden, I think, really.
Do you know, I think the reason why I'm dwelling on it is because it's never occurred to me that we need to be told there should be silent space in your garden. For me, that's a given that you have a space that you'll go and you'll listen to the birds and the wind in the trees. And
no, I mean, in a public garden, because you're so busy, you don't really get those silent spaces. So everyone's talking and chatting, but we've got a sign on the door and all about silent space.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting. People come in and they go, shh, when they read
like
the notice. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
lovely.
Nice.
Yeah, like a library or like the silent carriage on a train.
Definitely. It's a walled garden, not a walled garden, it's a hedged garden. So you have to go in through a gate. So it's perfect.
Right.
Perfect.
Oh, how wonderful. Oh, that sounds very appealing. A must for all gardens, I would have thought. You mentioned the river walk. Did I see a post from you a while ago about beavers?
There's otters.
Oh, otters, sorry. Yeah. So you've got otters in the river?
Well, I think they come from the next village, Waterstock, but obviously they're not very far away. But I was just filming along the river and I sort of heard the water and I didn't really take any notice. And then when I look back on the video, up popped an otter.
Oh my goodness, how sweet.
Yeah, that's my only sighting of it. Yeah. But we can see that they've swum down as far as us. So
yeah,
that's very cool.
How wonderful. So you mentioned earlier about Beatrix, who set up this horticultural school specifically for women.
Yeah.
I've also read that your mother used to work at Waterperry.
Yes, she did. Yeah. So I was actually born in Waterperry, at home. The fourth child.
In Waterperry.
Yeah. And she used to bring me up to Waterperry because she worked here, washing vegetables and getting things ready to go off to market in Oxford.
Was she doing a horticultural course herself?
No, she wasn't. No, she was just trying to earn some money. And she used to bring me up in the pram. Yeah. There's a picture of me asleep in a wheelbarrow. So. Amongst the weeds. So
oh my gosh. So how did that evolve then from you being in a wheelbarrow amongst the weeds to then working there?
So that was my really early childhood. So I would follow them all around and I went to Chelsea with them on a coach. So I guess I was about 9, 10 when my mum worked there all that time.
Well, so your mum used to go to Chelsea.
She just went on a coach trip, so they'd take all the staff on a coach trip. So that was my first ever visit to Chelsea. And then she moved a job. My dad died when I just had my 6th birthday.
Oh no.
So she used to work up there, and they were really kind and looked after her. Then she moved on to another job, and I kind of went away from it. Then I didn't, as a teenager, didn't come up here much, didn't have much to do with it, not really interested, and went off and did my own sort of thing. And
what was your own sort of thing?
Well, I worked at JR for a start.
Oh right, so the John Radcliffe Hospital.
Yeah, and
where I was born.
Worked in a record shop, and then I got married and I came back and worked in the tea shop of all places. So when the tea shop was very new at Waterperry, and then I had children. And then I got left as a single mum with 2 children. So that's how I came back. Then they offered me a job and said, would you like a job here? And I thought, oh, that's interesting. It fitted in. Yeah, I could meet the children from the school bus. I could put them on the school bus. I was part-time. And then I just learnt on the job. So I
you were working in the tea rooms, but they offered you a job in...
No, I was working in the tea shop. Then I had the children.
Right.
Yeah.
So I looked after the children, obviously, I think until my youngest went to school. And then I was looking around for something to do. And they offered me a job.
So they approached you?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. And so I went. I was only part-time. So, yeah, I just got into it like that, really.
And what was the job that they offered you part-time?
Just working in the gardens.
Right.
So just weeding and you know, doing all that sort of thing. And then I just learned about the gardens that way.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Trying to be a single mum and trying to learn some gardening. So it was incredibly hard trying to learn plant names, I can tell you, when you worry about what the kids need for school the next day. But I had really good friends that would meet them off the bus and look after them in half terms and things like that. So that was always good.
Hard work, but an incredible opportunity to get a job that comes with training and to learn a specific skill.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it being a career, to be honest. It was literally, I've got to survive. It's survival mode, isn't it? With your children, you've got to do it. And then when the head gardener left, they were advertising, didn't even think about anything. And then they realised I knew more about the garden than anyone coming in. Yeah. So it seemed the logical thing to do. So I became a senior gardener looking after the gardens. And then I became the head gardener.
How long had you been there prior to becoming head gardener?
Probably about 10 years, maybe, something like that.
So it was just ingrained. You knew every nook and cranny of that space.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect fit.
So I kind of knew the gardens really well. Yeah, and I've just learned as I've gone along how to look after the gardens, really.
Yeah.
Did they put you on any sort of formal horticultural training?
No, I didn't at the time because obviously, again, with children and
how are you going to fit that in?
My mind wasn't really on it. But I mean, I know the gardens probably better than anybody else now. So
yeah, absolutely. What an amazing opportunity. And you're still there to this day?
Yeah, still there now, looking after it. Yeah.
How old are your children?
They're in their 30s. So
right. Yeah. Wow, so that career has seen you right through raising your children and flying the nest. So, wow, that's a real good news story.
So for anyone out there that's struggling in the same situation, it doesn't have to be gardening. You know, there's opportunities. You just have to go for it. And being a single parent, as you know, doesn't limit you, does it? Really, it kind of makes you stronger, I think. So
well, it's a needs must as well, isn't it? You can't mope. You've just got to get on with it. No, you can't.
It's the last thing you can do is mope. You've literally just got to get on with it. So
absolutely. Wow, what a wonderful good news story to hear.
Yeah, thank you.
And are you you're there full time now? Still head gardener?
Full time. Yeah, still head gardener. Yeah, looking after it. It's more nowadays. It's more you've got health and safety. You've got to look after your staff. You've got to organise rotas and So
all the bureaucracy that comes with
that goes and there's as you know there is a lot of that.
Yeah, of course there is. It's a shame that all exists, isn't it?
I know.
It's the way it is. Is the horticultural school sort of educational side of things at Waterperry, does that still exist?
We don't do the RHS anymore, although we do like in-house classes. So we have Chris, he was an apprentice with Beatrix, so probably one of her last apprentices.
Wow.
And he's cool. The fruit consultant, so he knows everything about apples and fruit and things like that. And he does courses which are really interesting, fruit courses. And then Rob, who's the horticultural manager, does courses on the herbaceous border and is starting to do some rose pruning ones as well. So we're kind of building up the in-house ones now because the RHS, we stopped doing that over COVID. So
what's that? What course was that?
RHS level 2 and 3.
Oh, right. You used to do that there.
Yeah, we used to do them here. Yeah, which is a shame. But
will you restart those?
I don't know. I'm not sure
Yeah.
about that one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of work that goes into preparation and teaching of the RHS, isn't there? So
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. It's an RHS partner garden.
yeah, we're a
Still.
partner garden. Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means that we gosh, to explain it. So we're affiliated with the RHS. So people that have an RHS ticket can come to us, and I think it's free entry on a Wednesday. So anything that goes with, we can go on some of the courses and things that they have. And
I see. Okay.
yeah.
And then just from a personal perspective, Art in Action sadly is no more.
No.
Are there any rumblings of that ever starting up again?
Not at the moment, but we have Handmade in Britain. Comes for three days, I think it is. And we also have Celebrating Ceramics, which is run by some of the former people that used to do Art in Action. So instead of having the 4 days of one big show with everything, we're having smaller ones. So
right.
Okay.
But we normally have the people from the Great British Pottery Throwdown. They all come.
Oh yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. So on the
of course,
Celebrating
yes.
Ceramics one. We also have Waterperry Opera.
Oh, lovely.
So they come for 2 weeks in the summer. So yeah, it's busy with lots of different things. So
yeah,
but not Art in Action.
Not Art in Action. That was just
everybody.
The best thing.
I bet not tell the MD if he's watching this, because he was the last one to end it. So, and he gets a lot of grief, people asking about it. So
I can imagine. So Pat, to start your dream garden, what will be the garden boundary? So surrounding it, if you want one.
Well, I was thinking about that. Probably maybe a walled garden.
Probably
Lovely.
maybe.
Probably because I like hedges as well. So it's a bit of a so maybe a walled garden that somewhere got some hedges in it.
Yeah,
yes.
We can do that. We're
Can you
talking
do
full
that?
sides.
So because obviously for the wildlife, for the birds and everything.
The badgers.
The badgers, yeah. Well, the walled garden would keep them out, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You could have an area of walled garden.
Yeah, an area of walled garden, but hedges, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you've got 20 acres like Waterperry, you can have a right variety.
Well, you can have everything. You can have fences, hedges, walls. We've got the lot here.
Yeah.
River, I guess, is a boundary as well, isn't it? So
yeah, rivers and moats. We've had someone who's had a moat going in the area.
Yeah.
So
that to stop people getting in.
Yes.
I was thinking about that, the walled garden, because I can remember I had a very elderly neighbour, and she was very keen on gardening and got me into learning all about snowdrops and and those sorts of things. Bless her. And she got me the book of The Secret Garden. And I was thinking about that.
Oh,
Do you remember that book? It's wonderful, wasn't it?
So.
Yeah. She educated me in quite a lot of things like that. But yeah, The Secret Garden. And I guess maybe that's why I like a walled garden.
Absolutely.
So are you imagining something quite confined, sort of smaller space, or would you like to have endless space?
I would think smaller, but to get everything in, I think it would have to be quite big, really.
A big secret garden.
A big secret garden.
Yes.
And are we assuming that since you're born and bred in Oxfordshire, you're going to be staying in Oxfordshire? Or
definitely staying in Oxfordshire. Yeah.
Okay.
No desires to be another country or by the sea?
No, not really. Like no. Visit them, but not move anywhere. But yeah, I do like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Great.
what kind of type of wall are we talking? So brick or stone, or is there a specific type of stone?
I think stone, probably. A stone wall.
Cotswold stone?
Cotswold stone would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Are you in the Cotswold part at Wheatley? Where
not really. I think the other side of Oxford is probably going into the Cotswolds, but yeah.
More sort of West Oxford.
Yeah, that's right.
Okie dokie. If you had to choose, would you like a shed or a greenhouse, and what type are we going for?
I'd like a greenhouse, one of those really posh ones with the,
the
brick at the bottom. The old,
the brick at the bottom.
yeah. really big.
Absolutely.
That's the dream, isn't it?
Yeah,
So a really, really big one.
yeah.
And
So you could sit in it.
Oh, great. Okay,
So you could have a
we
little
seating
area so you can sit
Yeah.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And lots of tomatoes.
Are the
Absolutely.
tomatoes growing in pots or in beds in the ground within your greenhouse?
If it's a big enough one, in beds in the ground, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So you've got that lovely
Okay.
smell of tomatoes,
Yeah.
which is just beautiful,
Yeah,
isn't it?
completely.
And because I've kind of grown up at Waterperry with all the greenhouses, we've got the wonderful orange tree in one of ours. So maybe
Right.
big enough to have a Seville orange tree in or something.
Yeah,
Oh my
absolutely. Why
gosh.
not?
Yes, we're getting big in a
Yeah.
little tiny walled garden.
Oh no, I'm completely game for this, Pat. That's what I want to hear. Is
Absolutely.
the bigger the better with the greenhouse.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, how many greenhouses have you got there at Waterperry?
Yes.
We have got 1, 2, 3, I think. So
Right.
we've got the orange tree house, then we've got what was the vine house, but we don't use that one anymore. I normally use that one in the winter when we're doing bunches of greenery to sell. So
Yeah.
Okay.
but it gets used little bits. So it's mostly only the one with the orange tree in that gets. Oh, we've got greenhouses in our nursery. So
Oh, okay.
and polytunnels. I'm just kind of thinking of what we've got in the walled
Oh,
garden.
polytunnels as well. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
And
lovely.
if you come and visit Waterperry, are you able to go into all those greenhouses or something?
The ones in the
behind
walled
scenes?
garden you can, not the ones in the nursery. That's
Right.
sort of like
Okay.
that's a working area. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we've always tried to sneak it because when we've gone around gardens, we've always
You're
seen all the greenhouses with all the seedlings in, trying
yeah,
to
yeah.
get
Well,
as
you
near
have
as
to
possible.
Yeah.
you have to know someone that works there,
Yeah.
don't you? And then they'll let you
Yes.
in.
I can see where
Exactly.
this is going.
You can see where
if we
it's
ever
going,
visit
can't you?
Waterperry.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Oh, brilliant. And what kind of frame are you looking for in your greenhouse? Metal, wooden, and then painted or non-painted?
I quite fancy painted, actually.
Yeah.
Painted
Yeah,
wood.
painted
Painted
wood.
metal.
Yeah, painted wood. Yeah.
What colour?
You know those sort of like those in colours of green.
Yeah.
Really nice green,
Sage
pale
green.
green. Yeah, sage green.
Sage green.
That's it.
Lovely.
Wow, that's gorgeous. And then just so that I can properly imagine this greenhouse.
Yeah.
When you look at it, are we going with kind of a symmetrical design or kind of a T shape, with the areas that go off,
Sort
or,
of wings to it.
or
Almost.
just one long?
I know.
thing?
I think if I'm
talking.
going to have this really big greenhouse, it's going to be like a T shape. Maybe one bit will have like a sofa in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh gosh, lovely. And a little stove with a kettle
That's
on.
the one. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
the fantasy.
okay.
Yeah, that one.
Gosh, everyone says how they just want to have that perfect seating area in a
Yeah.
greenhouse.
In the
Greenhouse
greenhouse,
is
I'm not
amazing.
alone then.
No, it makes so much
Yes.
sense.
Oh, completely. And what flooring are we going for?
Oh, I haven't even thought of flooring. Have you got some
I know.
options?
Well, you might have it
Oh,
cobbles
maybe
or
tiled.
tiled.
If it wasn't
tiled.
slippy, I wouldn't want anything
Gravel?
that's slippy. But
Yeah.
Yes, could have a nice
Yeah.
grit
Yeah.
in there for between the tiles to keep it nice and
that's right. Yeah, so you
firm.
wouldn't slip over.
Right. My favourite bit. What would be 5 ornamentals in your dream garden?
Roses,
Yes. What types?
like Gertrude Jekyll. Something
Oh, yeah.
old-fashioned, something scented,
Yeah. Yeah.
something, all the old-fashioned ones.
So these shrub roses or climbing?
Shrub roses,
rambling
yeah.
Shrub
yeah.
roses.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe some climbing ones as well. Something like Dublin Bay, which is a really lovely red climbing one. So
Right.
yeah, it'd have
Oh,
to be
lovely.
roses.
Do you have a lot of roses at Waterperry?
We do, yeah, we do.
Do you have a
lot.
rose garden? Or
We've got
are
a
you just
rose
in
garden.
amongst?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
have you?
Yeah,
Wow.
we have.
Oh,
Which we've
wonderful.
just revamped in the last 3 or 4 years. So it was about 30 years old and everything was not really doing very well. So we didn't want to move the rose garden, but obviously rose sickness, with the roots and everything. So we swapped the beds to the paths and the paths to the beds.
Oh, great idea.
And it seems to have worked.
Oh, what a brilliant
So we-
idea.
So we still have a rose garden in
Yeah.
the same place.
Oh, fantastic.
And the roses are planted in fresh soil.
That's
So
really, really
Yeah.
good. Have you got any top tips for planting roses or looking after roses?
Just put them in the fresh. Don't plant where you've put roses before, obviously,
yeah.
Because of rose sickness. So yeah, we put manure in. We manured all the areas, dug over, and we've gone for more disease resistant as we can, but just simple things like that. And we've got more obelisks in this time, so yeah, it's interesting. You'll have to come and have a look at it.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Do you have any problems with black spot?
We always have a little bit. There's
Okay,
always
good.
something.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, no, we're not. We're like every other garden.
We're learning to accept that black spot just comes with roses.
It does.
A little bit on it.
Interesting when you say the rose sickness, so you don't want to plant them in the same soil.
No.
The paths presumably were directly next to where
they
the
were
roses
next to them. Yeah,
and
they were.
So that's it. Doesn't matter that it's so close. You know, you really didn't have to move far to get away.
No,
from...
well, we can say this is an experiment, and I'll be able to tell you in a few years whether it's working. But they seem to be very healthy. Right. I mean, we just think that maybe, you know, in a few years' time, whenever, it might go back to the original one. So it's an experiment, really.
Yeah.
So
how long are you meant to wait before planting roses back in the same soil?
I would think it's quite a few years. I mean, we've done it after 3 years before, and that didn't work. So probably as long as possible. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we did try doing some, you know, where you dig all the soil out and put more soil in. That didn't seem to work either. So that's why we just bit the bullet and just tried something complete. Yeah.
Yeah. So great idea.
So we can tell you in a few years whether it's worked.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
What are your other ornamentals?
So it's all flowery things. So peonies.
Lovely.
Tree or the herbaceous?
The herbaceous ones. Clematis.
So with the peonies, any particular colours?
Pink.
Going with pinks.
Going with pink. Yeah. Very girly, isn't it?
Oh no, I love the pink peony.
Yeah, and I love clematis with roses going up obelisks and things like that.
Yeah, the two mashed together.
Yeah,
very,
mashing
very nice.
Together.
Any particular clematis?
No, nothing. Just anything that flowers lots.
Right.
Just, you know, anything pink and flowery.
Yes.
Nothing in particular.
Are we learning pink is your favourite colour?
Yeah, I quite like pink. I guess I'm quite. I wouldn't say I'm girly, but I have that somewhere.
Pink doesn't have to be girly.
No, it doesn't. Does it? No, it doesn't have to be girly.
Wasn't there that clematis that Carol talked about? Oh, what was the name of it? The
Bill
yellow one.
Yeah, Bill Mackenzie. Yeah, that's a lovely clematis. Yeah, really lovely.
It's a nice yellow as well. It's not like a kind of.
And that was, as she said, that originated at Waterperry. So that was the parent one to all of them is the one at Waterperry.
Amazing.
That's very cool. Yeah. Very, very nice. Your last two ornamentals.
Yeah, it's all herbaceous, isn't it? I like heleniums.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Moorheim Beauty. Do you know, they're with the sort of like yellowy browny colours.
Beautiful flowers, yeah. And they have a long flowering season.
They have a very long flowering period. And it's got to be an aster, really, hasn't it?
Well, I suppose.
Oh my gosh, of course.
Which one would you go for?
I would go for Alma Potch, because she's like a lipstick pink, or Helen Picton, which is a purple. Those two I quite like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I don't know any of those. I'm having to write down these names very quickly.
Pat, do you have a garden at home?
I do have a garden at home. Yeah, I do.
Is it like a busman's holiday? Is that just basically astroturfed and?
No, there's a lot of lawn. The front garden's quite colourful, because obviously, being a head gardener, and people, if they know where you live, you've got to have a front garden
they
that
expect
looks...
something, don't they?
They expect something, don't they? Yeah, and I've forgotten...
the back garden.
Yeah, and I've forgotten dahlias. You see there? Can I have an extra plant?
You can have a special mention.
Yeah, it's got to be dahlias.
So your front garden's full of dahlias, is it?
I like all of them. All ones, water lilies, all of them. I'm just a great lover of dahlias.
And then what happens in the back garden?
I've got a lot of grass. Because it's easier to mow the lawn than it is to do a lot. And I've got a greenhouse and raised beds and grow some vegetables and things like that.
How close are you to Waterperry Gardens?
About 30 seconds away.
You're not serious?
Yeah,
no,
seriously.
You live right there?
Yeah. literally just
Oh
outside
my
the
gosh,
gate
Pat.
in my own house, but just
Yeah.
outside the gate. So I walk to work. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, to me, it just sounds like such a massive success. How you got into work. It all just happened.
Yeah. I just like a simple life. Do you know what I mean? I don't chase anything.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow, how nice.
Peaceful.
So less stress.
Yeah, that's what I
peaceful
like.
life.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that a lot.
There is one thing that's said is that kind of how it's so hard to keep up a garden at home when you're a gardener, because you're looking after the beautiful garden, so that becomes your kind of your garden,
your garden,
in your eyes, and then your home garden is just kind of like quickly bodged together. It was what we've been told.
That's about it. Yeah.
Are your daughters into gardening?
They are now. They've got their own gardens.
So they're getting lots of tips from mum.
Yeah, they do ask a lot. Oh, can you come and help me? But they're definitely more interested now they have their own garden.
Yeah.
Oh, it helps.
Absolutely. And I suppose you can take lots of beautiful cuttings as well.
Yeah, and
help them get set up.
Where you used to go shopping with them and they'd want to go into River Island and New Look and things like that. Now they want to go to a garden centre.
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
A beautiful transition, that is.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
All those things that you could never get them to do when they were little. Oh, no, not a garden centre.
Yeah.
Now they want to go there.
Oh, can't absolutely. Keep Sweet Pea out of the garden centre.
Yeah.
But that is a good point. Are you allowed to take cuttings from the gardens or not?
Yeah, because we do propagate some. We propagate our own asters here, and we and choosers and things like that. Although we don't do as much as we used to when we used to have a big nursery, we still do a lot of cuttings and things. So yeah, we can. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. You can get loads of free plants then.
Plants on tap.
Garden. Yeah, exactly. What will be 5 edible plants?
Oh, tomatoes.
Of course.
Got to be tomatoes. I can remember my mum growing them all around the wall. She used to grow a lot of vegetables. So
did she grow her tomatoes outside?
She did. Yeah, we didn't have a greenhouse, so she grew them. Yeah.
Okay,
Crikey, that's very good.
So, what tomatoes are you talking? Can you recommend
what
any
did
good
she
ones?
used to grow? She used to grow Moneymaker. I grow the little small ones, so like Sun Gold and Gardener's World, Gardener's Delight, those sorts of things.
Yes,
so,
Gardener's Delight, of course.
Any of the little
reliable
small
ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
And are you doing those inside?
I do. I've got a greenhouse at home, so I would do those.
Keep them all in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Very cool. What other ones?
It would have to be garlic, I would say.
Oh my gosh.
Very important.
You can use that in anything, can't you?
Yeah. It's a have must.
It is.
It's a must have.
Must
have.
Must
have. Yeah.
And it's a must.
Oh my gosh. It's got to be courgettes as well, because I can remember growing them and my children selling them outside on the front.
Sweet.
As people would go past. So and they kept running back. We need more courgettes. We need more courgettes. I didn't have any courgettes to eat, but they would be selling them all.
You could pocket money.
Entrepreneurial.
Yeah, it was. I think they made £20. They were over the moon with that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good.
I remember I used to pick daisies and dandelions and make little posies and take them on my old, what was it called? The Silver Cross pram?
Oh, yeah.
We still had the frame.
Yeah.
Which we used to use as a cart. We put a couple of planks on the bottom, me and my brother, and then you zoom down the road on it. We lived on quite a quiet road. And I used that to carry all my little posies in around all the neighbours. And I used to sell those. And I felt like a millionaire when I just charged 2p or something for them. And we had one neighbour who said, "Is this for charity?" And I said, "No, it's for me." And he said, "Well, I won't be buying anything." And that stuck with me. I thought that was so cruel.
Wow, that's mean, isn't it?
Yeah, there were 1p for a small one, 2p for a slightly bigger one.
Oh my God, that's cute. Oh, that breaks my heart. I can just imagine tiny you walking around going, "Would you like?"
I still feel how mortified I was when he said that to me at the time, and I was only about 5 or 6.
Yeah,
It's
a strong memory for me. You mentioned garlic earlier. Do you get a lot of wild garlic around the river?
We have got a lot of wild garlic. Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you have you mentioned a tea?
Yeah, we've got a tea shop here. Yeah.
Tea shop. do you use a lot of the produce from the gardens?
In the wall garden they do, yeah. They use whatever's try to use whatever's being grown in there. So
does anybody live in the house?
Yes, our managing director lives in the house. He has a flat in the house. So
okay, but it's not a sort of big residence.
No, they do courses and things, so people come and stay quite often.
Yeah.
And
okie dokie, very nice. And then your last 2 edibles.
Well, it'd have to be an apple, wouldn't it? An apple tree. There'd have to be an apple tree.
Yeah, and you've got an apple man there to tell you exactly.
We've got an apple man, yeah. I'll tell you a secret. He comes and prunes mine in my garden as well.
Oh my word!
Oh my gosh, that's brilliant.
Landed on your feet again.
Yeah, landed on my feet.
Which
but then I do water his and his wife's plants if they're on holiday.
Nice.
So,
well, there we go.
Yeah,
that's helpful.
Yes.
Which apples would you recommend?
Oh, what would I have?
Probably
a Bramley for cooking.
Oh yeah,
Bramley, yeah.
And I can't think of what I would, because we have so many here. I just have whatever's going. Probably a russet, maybe that would be nice.
Oh yeah, russet.
Yeah.
So you have an orchard.
We've got an orchard, yeah. So
how many trees in that?
There's a lot of trees. So we produce all our own apple juice. So we've got a press and a bottling area. So any apple juice that is sold here is grown and
that's brilliant.
Bottled here. So.
Fantastic. And you sell them there?
Yeah, we sell the juice. Yeah, it's in the tea shop and in the shop. You can buy it.
Right.
In a few places around Oxford.
Wow, great stuff. What's it called? Waterperry.
Just Waterperry apple juice. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and
makes sense.
Is it just fresh from the apples, or do you have to add other things to it?
I don't think they add too much to it, but no, it's mostly just apples, and it's as good as it could be, as fresh as it could be.
Oh, that's
it's
good.
Pasteurised. It goes through a pasteuriser and everything, so
it
has a long shelf life on it. And they've actually put some in cans for the last couple of years, and that seems to be popular as well.
Oh, that's very
little
cool.
cans of apple juice.
That's a good way of doing it. And then the final one.
It'd have to be strawberry, wouldn't it? Because that's what Beatrix used to show at Chelsea. And she won 15.
Is it?
Yeah, she won 15 gold medals for her Royal Sovereign strawberries.
Oh, wow.
So,
it has to be that then.
15,
yeah. Strawberry.
Yeah.
So they're growing in the garden.
We don't actually grow them now, but I do grow some at home. So, yeah, it'd have to be the strawberry, because that's what Waterperry, and she's very keen on her fruits, so apples and strawberries and things. So
wow, incredible! 15 golds. That's something else, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's amazing.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. So they used to make most of their money by selling all the strawberry plants that they produced on the back of Chelsea.
Then, what would be your one statement tree?
Oh, one statement tree would have to be some sort of Acer, I think.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. Yes.
I love an Acer.
Yeah. What colour one, or if you have a name?
There's one called Sangu Kaku, and it's
yes.
Yeah. Do you know that one? Yeah. Or Bloodgood, anything. I just Acers. Yeah. You can find always one to fit in your garden, can't you? So
they're beautiful.
They're and if it had to be a big tree, it'd have to be an oak tree.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
Of course.
So what would you choose between the two if you only had one choice?
It's depending on the size of this garden, isn't it?
Yes, because it seems to be a big little garden. It's my dream.
Well, it'd have to be an oak tree then, I think.
Okay.
An oak. Okay.
So you talked about an arboretum, which is relatively young, 20 years old.
Yeah.
Were you involved
20 or 30.
20 or 30 years old? So what's your involvement been?
So mostly Rob, who's the horticulture manager, he's the one that's keen on the trees, and not that we're not keen on them, but that's his thing. So he gets all the trees, and he's trying to get lots of unusual ones. And we have a lot of people that who have family if they've passed away, and they want. So what we do, we don't scatter ashes here. We always try to get them to plant a tree and bury the ashes. So Yeah.
Well, that's
Lovely.
nice.
Yeah.
So approximately how many trees do you have there?
Oh my goodness, now you're asking me. Hundreds, I would think now.
Too many.
Yeah.
How much of the estate is it taking up?
It must be an acre or two, I would
Right.
think, would you? Of trees? Sorry, I'm like,
It's all right, asking Alison.
yeah, and
Tech
she
support.
can't hear what you're asking me either.
No.
So
So 1 or 2 acres of arboretum.
yeah, and it's
That's
just
lovely.
getting bigger by
That's
know.
the dream for me, to be able to have an arboretum, and I would
Mm.
just choose all those different trees, all those
Yeah,
unusual
liquid
trees.
ambers and all those sorts of things.
Yes,
Um,
and then the dream of just walking through the shade of those
Yeah.
trees one day.
yeah. So we've
Really
kind of
appealing.
made where the walks, as in longer, so you go along by the river and then you can walk up now through the arboretum. So it's making a feature. And also in the arboretum, we're planting so many daffodils. We plant about 10,000 each year. So we're trying to make it more interest in March.
Yeah,
and
that
coming
sounds
up.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Because Waterperry's open all year round, isn't
It is, yeah. We're only closed for a week between Christmas and New Year, and then
Yeah.
we're open every other day. So.
Wow.
And so do you have winter gardens within
Mm.
Waterperry?
So
Winter interest?
we've just changed one border as you come in to a winter border, and that's all just ongoing. So a couple of years ago we lifted everything, and now we're starting to plant again. So there's willows and things for stems, birches for stems, there's hellebores. Our snowdrop collection is going down there as well, so you can see it as you walk down. You can see in each individual one, so that's looking
that's
nice.
good.
But we were aware that we didn't really have much winter interest.
Yeah.
So.
Well, because you were working on 3 seasons.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's that whole idea of not shutting down the garden just
that's
'cause it's
right.
winter.
Yeah. And with hedges, I mean, you see them at their best in the winter as well, don't you? When there's nothing else, no other distractions around, you can see the shape of the hedges and everything.
We've tried to incorporate a couple of areas of winter garden. And we've got
we have.
dogwoods, lots
dogwoods,
of different dogwoods in there.
Forsythias.
Forsythias, of course.
There's a quince that comes out really, that's
Oh,
really
yeah.
beautiful.
The Japanese quinces are
Yeah,
amazing.
the Shinomalis one, is it?
Yeah.
The Shinomalis, yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Ours is a coral pink.
Yours coral pink, yeah.
Very nice.
That was a real find. I didn't know much about those till we started setting our winter gardens up.
And then we've even got a rosemary in there as well. And that is really rather gorgeous because when it does flower, it sometimes comes into flower at the same time as the forsythia and the kind of coral pink. So you have this kind of purple, pink and yellow. It's rather nice to have.
Yeah, I like winter gardens a lot. It blows my mind that we think about shutting down the garden.
I know, no, putting it to bed. It never goes to bed, does it?
No, absolutely not. And I think it's nice to have the continued interest.
And in fact, I think you're often busier in the winter than you are in the summer.
Yeah,
because you're preparing everything, can't you?
Yeah.
Yes, you're having to keep up with the seeds, the propagating, the potting on. In the summer, I'm definitely more chilled about the garden. I just kind of let it do its thing.
Yeah.
Things kind of slow down a bit in the summer. The plants
they do,
slow
don't
down
they?
because
once the weeds stop, so normally they slow down, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
You're just deadheading and watering and things like that. But this time of the year, it's manic. I mean, we're doing some edging, metal edging and things like that we don't have time to do in the summer.
Would you like a pond or a pool, and what plant would you have in that area?
I would have... Well, that's a difficult one, isn't it? I think a pool as in a swimming pool or just a pool? Yeah.
I mean, it could be anything.
I think it'd have to be a pond with water lilies in it.
Pond with water lilies.
Yeah.
A natural vibe or...
No, definitely natural.
Okay. Any water features in there?
Maybe a little bit of bubbling water, just because that's quite relaxing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. So, you can sit by it and just chillax.
Are you imagining having any flowing water in your dream garden, so streams or rivers? You could have a cascading waterfall if you want to.
Yeah. No, I would like running water. Definitely
a nice
running
kind of
water.
trickle.
Nice little stream going through there as well.
And the water lilies, did you say what colour?
Pink. Anything but yellow. I don't like yellow water lilies.
Right.
Anything
Okay.
white, pink.
Is that just water lilies you don't like yellow, or do you
Oh
generally
yeah,
not?
yeah. No, I'm not one of these. I know people that will not or don't like yellow in
Yeah.
their garden. I do like yellow.
Yeah.
I think it's good to have every colour.
Well then, final question for the dream garden. What would be your favourite seating area to chillax on, a drink to have, and a plant to have by your side?
Now, I thought of that. So when it was COVID and it was my birthday, I'm just remembering my daughter absolutely adamant she was going to get me an egg chair.
Oh, great.
And she was like waiting
yes.
outside. Do you remember when you couldn't get hold of anything?
Oh,
It was somewhere, I don't know
yes.
if it was Lidl or anywhere. She was like, she turned up and she couldn't even close the car boot. The boot wouldn't close. And there she got me for my birthday was this egg chair.
Oh, how
With this big old
thoughtful.
cushion in it. So I think I'd
Oh,
have to have a
lovely.
swingy egg chair, I think.
Does it come with its own frame, or does it hang from a tree
No,
branch?
it comes with its own frame. So she'd got all
Right.
of that in there. And it just makes me
Poor
laugh every
car.
time I think about it in the car.
Oh.
She's like, I saw the lorry and I went in and have you got any egg chairs?
Gosh, how thoughtful. And do you find it really comfortable?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, just swinging
Yeah.
around. I could swing in there and because they always have big cushions, don't they? So I could swing in there
Yeah.
for forever.
Lovely.
Absolutely.
We have a swinging egg chair on a frame, and it is so
Yes.
comfortable.
So comfortable, aren't they? Yeah, they
Oh,
really,
yeah.
really are.
It's like
Yeah.
they're molded to your body. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh,
I
yes.
love them. Yeah, great place to read a book.
Definitely. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
And also you can then do the James Bond move when someone walks in. They just see the back of the egg chair and then you swing round.
Swing round, yeah. Hello.
I've been expecting you, Mr. Bond.
Exactly.
And
That's
whereabouts
very
are you
nice.
having the egg chair in your garden?
I'm gonna have that, I think, under the oak tree
Oh my gosh, of course.
because
Nice.
you know I'm not. I like the sun. I don't like to be really hot or really cold.
Yeah.
So in the summer, when you're sitting
Understandable.
out there, I don't like to be sitting right out in the sunshine. So I need a little bit of shade. So under that
Yeah.
oak tree would be quite nice.
Very
Sweet Pea,
nice.
make sure you include an optimum temperature dial for Pat's
Yes,
dream
in this
garden.
garden.
Okay.
Are you having much of
Absolutely.
a view from your garden? I know you've got this wall and some hedge. Do you imagine any view beyond it?
Yeah, view of the countryside.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Oxfordshire
fields
countryside.
and animals, sheep and cows.
Yeah.
And
All the usual animals,
all
not
the
sort
usual
of
animals. Yeah,
orangutans
horses,
and
anything
elephants.
like that.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe
just not
pigs,
badgers.
but not badgers.
Had enough of those.
Poor old badgers.
And what plant and what drink are you having?
Oh, well, I'm laughing about, and Alison in the background is going to be laughing about the drink. It's got to be a porn star martini.
Right, tell us about the porn star martini. I want all the
don't know.
details.
There's just lots of pictures on my Instagram of porn star martinis.
Right, have you ever had one?
Oh yeah, that would be
Okay.
if I go out for a
What's
cocktail.
in it?
It's vodka and I don't even know what's in a porn star martini. It's that you get a little shot of prosecco with it, don't you?
I tell you what, I'm going to have
It's
to
a very
Google
sweet
it.
drink. You're going to have to try one. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's passion fruit.
Oh
isn't
yeah,
it?
there's a passion fruit. So you have vodka, passion fruit liqueur,
Yeah.
some passion fruit puree, lime juice, vanilla simple syrup,
Yeah.
some sparkling wine,
That's it.
and then garnish with some passion fruit.
And you
Oh,
get
yummy.
a prosecco shot with it as well.
Right. Where did you
that's
first come
nice.
across this?
Yeah.
I think I was out with
Not
my
at
daughter.
Waterperry Gardens.
No. I was out with my daughter, and I'm like really indecisive. And she's like, I think you'd like one of those. And then I tried it, and I'm like, yeah, I like one of those.
Absolutely love that.
So it's not from your clubbing days then?
No,
is what you're
no,
saying.
not from
Right.
the clubbing days, no.
Okay.
But any cocktail, really. Just sit there
Well,
with a cocktail.
I like the porn star martini. It's our first one, so I'm
Yes.
very happy with that.
Oh, there,
Sounds
yeah.
really nice, actually. Very cool. And what plant will you have by your side?
What am I going to plant? Am I going to have by my side?
Something fragrant, maybe?
Oh, yeah, it would have to be. Yeah. Maybe something like something scented, like a viburnum or anything scented. sarcococca, the winter honeysuckle.
Oh, yeah.
Anything scented. It's got to be scented.
Okie dokie.
Very nice. And if you're having any climbers, will they be up will you
Yeah,
have a
they'd
wall there,
be
an
up.
arbor or something?
They'd be in an arbor, yeah.
Okay.
Very, very nice. Okie dokie. Right, I'm going to read back to your dream garden just in case I missed anything or you want to change something. So, we're going with a little big garden, secret garden, because we couldn't decide whether we were going to go small
little or big, yeah.
Big. Then definitely a walled garden area to it, and then also beautiful hedges for wildlife as well as some other boundaries. And the walled bit is going to be in a nice kind of Cotswold stone. And we're going to be in Oxfordshire. Then you wanted one of those beautiful greenhouses, the nice brick posh ones, as we called it, with oak frames but painted in possibly like a sage green. Then lots of beds in the greenhouse, T-shape possibly for the greenhouse, with a sofa in one area and a tiled floor. And we were going to put that Seville orange tree in there as well because it's going to be a big greenhouse. Then 5 ornamentals. We had roses like Gertrude Jekyll and Dublin Bay, peonies, the herbaceous ones in pink, clematis also in pink, heleniums, the Moorheim Beauty in there, and then also asters like the Alma Potch and Helen Picton. And then also, of course, special mention for dahlias as well, which are just amazing. Then your 5 edibles, we had tomatoes like Sun Gold, Gardener's Delight, garlic, courgettes, apple trees, the bramleys and the russets, and strawberries, of course. Then your 1 tree, we were going with an oak tree, but we will have a special mention to beautiful aces like the Sangu Kaku, because they all look wonderful. Then you wanted a beautiful natural pond with water lilies in it, with some bubbling water, like a little stream running into it. And then water lilies, anything but yellow. And then you wanted a swing egg chair with those big comfy cushions under the oak tree. We needed a temperature dial to keep it a good, perfect temperature for you. View of the beautiful rolling fields and animals. You're going to be drinking a porn star martini and something scented. We weren't quite sure, maybe a winter honeysuckle, lavender, sarcococca, something like that.
Perfect. And also in their cutting garden somewhere. So lots of flowers to cut.
Yes. Oh
Forgot
my gosh,
that.
Of course.
Yeah.
A little
Absolutely.
cuttings garden.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, that sounds wonderful, Pat. Thank you so much.
Yes.
No, thank you. It's been good to chat to you.
That's been a good old chit-chat with Pat.